How was the con? Um, I think this was the best convention I've been to. I'm sorry. It's because all my friends were there. All my silly, stupid friends from VR chat were there, and so I unfortunately was forced to love this convention. I got to hang out with everyone that I see like in VR, and some of you guys, chatters, like where's Astromouse at? Astromouse was here earlier. Geotech, um, and others. Oh, what a convention. A lot happened. A lot has changed within the rat brain. We have grown, we have matured. We laughed, we cried. I don't think I cried actually. But oh my god. Convention time. What am I even gonna say? What do I say to you guys? What do I say to you guys? Been hearing about some chatter about a real stinker of a person that snuck into AnthroCon? Yeah, that one ugly person. With the ugly bowl cut, and they were in the fursuit parade. I didn't remember who they were, but I saw them and my brain like recorded some negative memory from them, so I was like, ew, and I was like, I don't remember why I don't like them. But then after the con I went on like TikTok and everyone was like, ew, this person's a bad, awful, evil, terrible person. I was like, oh right, that's why I recorded them as bad. Hi old Rago, hi old Rago, hi old Rago. Guys, is all of your favorite times watching a con recap waiting for the streamer to get to talking about you? Because that's how I'm gonna watch all my friends stream recaps of their convention. I'm like, oh boy, they're gonna talk about me eventually, and they're gonna say that I'm so cool, and they're gonna say that they liked hanging out with me, and they're gonna remember some joke I forgot I said. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That's me watching these con recap streams. I don't even know if anybody else likes con recap streams, but I'm doing them for me. I'm doing them for me. I have an entire PureRef board. These are all images that I took myself. Rago! You. 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 That's you. Oh, God. I can't show that on stream. Mods, censor that. Jesus. Oh my god, I got there on Wednesday. I just arrived back home yesterday. Oh my god, we have so many things to talk about. So many things happened. Oh my god, don't even get me started on Saturday. So many things happened, man. I don't even know. Um, anyway, I'm going to talk about my cute 4th of July weekend. But did you guys have fun too? Did you guys have fun staying at home watching the dogs, watching the kids, making sure everyone got the food and healthy? Were you all eating a million tacos this weekend, or is that just me? Or is that just me? Wednesday. Oh my god. That's one of the days of the week. Oh my god, we woke up at like, wait, should I get my journal out? Yeah, that's a good idea. There's a rat-shaped hole in our rat-shaped hearts without you. I believe that. You're right, I think. Yawn. Let's look at my journal also while I'm here. Um, because I'm gonna be real, I didn't put a lot of thought into this. So what you're gonna hear is exactly how my brain remembers it since it was actively happening. Wednesday, I was on a dang plane. Wednesday, we woke up at 6 a.m. to get to the airport, and it was stinky LAX, and I hate LAX. And we went from uh LAX to JFK in New York. Long flight. Don't know how long it was because I low key fell asleep during it, and then I woke up and it was 2 hours left, and I was like, I don't know how long the flight is, but okay. Um, woke up JFK. We roamed around JFK airport. There was birds in that dang airport, and that's kind of fun. And then we went from JFK to Pittsburgh. This was a short, cute little 1 hour flight. Crouton and I got the very front row of this tiny, tiny plane. And then I had the aisle seat. And you know what was awkward about that? Why'd they do this to me? I was the damn aisle. These are my Tootsies right here. These are my rat Tootsies, and I'm in the damn aisle. And this is Crouton's fursuit. What the squeak? Why did they do this to me? I was just sitting in the aisle. Dee, 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 dee. At least my legs were out. But if any of these goobers ever turned around, we would just be face to face staring at each other. And then during like takeoff and stuff, the airplane person would sit there, the flight attendant would sit here, and we would get to make lovely eye contact too, and that was fun. This guy here would turn around and he would stare at me, and I'm in the aisle, and I was one of the first people to get on this plane, so that means everyone had to roll their damn luggage around me. Do you see how it curves around my big fat ah? Oh my god, I was an obstacle for everyone to avoid. Oh my god. I woke up at 6 a.m. to get on a flight, LAX to JFK, JFK to Pittsburgh. We had so many super long Ubers to take. We had long flights. We had like a 2 hour layover, another flight, another Uber. After all that, who did you fly with? The Delta. Delta. After all that, Delta both times. After all that, I woke up at 6 a.m. to get to Pittsburgh. You know what time I arrived in Pittsburgh on Wednesday? 9 p.m. 9 p.m. 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Ew, stinky, stinky. That doesn't even make any sense. One time I was, okay, this is a very interesting story. This is very, very interesting. And one day this could even happen to you guys. I was chilling at the airport. I was scrolling through Instagram, which all my like coworkers use. I was low key looking at what my coworkers were up to. I saw one of my coworkers uploaded to their story while I was there. And I clicked on their story, and what do I see? I see this on their story. Oh my god, here we go again. If you know, you know. This is my first AnthroCon in Pittsburgh, and then one of my coworkers is saying, here we go again. Wait, what? Huh? Oh god, I'm gonna see one of my coworkers there. Allow me to spoil the story for you. I never saw my coworker. I never got to interact with him. This is a huge convention. Somehow I did not ever bump into them. I don't get it. I don't get how the RNG of conventions works, because there's certain people like Video Vadio. I love you, Video Vadio. For some reason I like saw Video Vadio like 100 times out and about, and then I saw my coworker zero. I don't know how the RNG works. They gotta patch that out. I need to see everyone like once, I think, out and about. The Fluker Flood of Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh! I love Pittsburgh. It's very funny because you could be like, guys, I'm in Pitts. Guys, I'm in Pitts. There I am. I'm in Pitts. And it was super, super fun. Um, but yeah, I never saw my coworker. But still, it was very funny opening up their story and being like, oh, if you know, you know. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be there too. Oh. We never saw each other, but I'm sure next shift we get together, I will talk to him about it. Like, hey, how come I didn't see you? And I know exactly why we didn't see each other. Apparently he's a raver, and I never went to the rave. But my bro, I saw pictures of him. He's in full rave gear, top to bottom. All the candy bracelets. He's got like a cool little glow up like face mask on. Um and I'm over here sleepy as hell, and I don't go to raves. I like sit on the waterfront and listen to that music. That's cool. I like that. I arrive at damn hotel the Westin at 9 p.m. This is my view that I had out my window. My god, I got to watch the Greyhound station. Ew, I'm never gonna do a Greyhound ever again. I was at the Westin with my bro Torrent Dragon. Anybody know what the anybody know how to auto arrange these? Who needs to auto arrange? I was there with my bro Torrent Dragon, and the two of us lived together this convention at the Westin. Hi, King Panda, welcome in. Hi, King Panda. Wait, I love King Panda. King, when's your next convention? I need to see you again. Is this recap exciting? Yeah, this is the recap. I was watching the Greyhound stage. But it was me and Torrent Dragon. It was the two of us. Honestly, perfect roommate situation. It was literally just the two of us. And we're both low-key chill guys who don't GAF. Aren't Borzois a type of Greyhound? I think they're both sight hounds, yeah. Hi, Pepple. Hi, Asha. AFC in September. I'll be there. And I'm not paying for a hotel, if you know what I'm saying. And by that, I mean I'm just going to be at home. I'll see you at AFC. Oh, boy. Anyway, both Torrent and I low-key chill dudes who don't GAF about anything. Hi, Lord Nestra. Welcome in. I only know ABC. I wish I knew my ABCs. I low-key forgot it. You know, if you don't use it, you lose it. It was fun. I got there at 9 p.m. and I didn't want to do anything. I did like all the cute stuff here. That, like, you know, there's cute furry things everywhere. Of course, there's cute furry things everywhere. And and the convention is deep sea themed. Please come back later. And there's this sex. What the hell? And I just noticed for the first time there's a protogen there. I've only ever been looking at the big octopus. What the hell? There's a protogen here, and he doesn't seem too worried about anything. But yeah, there's like this please come back later thing in my bathroom, and I was like, this is cute. It's I don't know what's going on. The protogen having sex with the octopus? Oh no, he's sleeping. Oh, he's counting whatever the hell these are. Jesus, this is the first time I'm seeing this. Why am I so stupid? I put this in my recap stream and everything, man. Um, um, while I'm here, I want to talk about the hotel, the Westin. I should have taken more pictures of this. But the Westin was so unique. I never seen a hotel that did this. There was no like physical buttons outside each elevator door. There was like a little touch screen, and you could touch which floor you wanted to go to. And it would say, okay, go to elevator D if you want to go to floor 25, which I was on floor 25, which is, I think, almost the top floor. I think there was 26 floors. So I deserve these elevators. So tired after AC. No problems, I didn't see you there. Oh my god, I missed out. No problems was there. I missed out on too many chatters, unfortunately. I missed out on Cubic Guru, no problems. Stupidest Bird, no. I was supposed to get a sticker from Stupidest Bird. Anyway, so all the elevator buttons were outside the elevators. You click like 25 to get to floor 25, and it's like, okay, elevator D. You walk into the elevator. There's no buttons here. There is no buttons at all to do anything. I never seen any elevators, any hotels do this. The only things you could do, ring the bell, like when you subscribe. Or, yeah. You can have the door be open, or you could call someone. Those are the only things you could do in this elevator. And you can see I'm going to floor 25. This is so weird. I never seen an elevator that was like this. Hydrate. So, whoa. I will hydrate. I will. So yeah, I just want to talk about how weird that was. You'd walk into this box and there'd be no buttons. Westin was one of the main hotels, yeah. Orange Gunnar. Orange, you glad I didn't say banana? Orange Gunnar. You can see me in my cruise line merch. Ew. I didn't realize there would be a Reflexion. Anyway, I got there at 9 p.m. I was like, I just want to sleep. I'm tired. I was traveling all day. I slept. I woke up early. I was in this little cute group chat with people. Oh boy, a group chat. And they're all like, let's go to Bakersfield and eat tacos. I was like, okay, let's do that. It was me. It was Crouton Blue Jay. It was Kelif. And and then a bunch of people I don't know. I don't know these people. I don't know who these people were. But we went to Bakersfield, and all I cared about was me, Caliph Crouton. And I love cute little furry art that's out and about. Feed your inner animal. It's so this is so cute. Who does art? Who does this art? This is so cute. This is so good. Caliph was there. Caliph, what the hop? Hop, hop, hop. It's the fabulous cozy rat. I'm allegedly fabulous. I low-key dressed down for AnthroCon, but it was fabulous. Bakersfield! This is Bakersfield #1 of this convention, let me tell you. Oh my god. Tacos, $4.50. And I was dressed down. It was, depending on the day, yes. Hi, Sancho. Wait, Sancho, you're low-key here, low-key. Bakersfield with Caliph. And, let me see what I said. Oh, I also registered this morning. I forgot about registration. I took no pictures of registration. It took 2 hours to get registered. There was lots of times where or at least one time where we just stood there in line doing nothing for far too long. But I don't care. I didn't have anything else to do. I was gonna register. Ratman isn't dead. Oh, the stories you will hear about Saturday night, you will be surprised. Like and follow to hear more. About a 3-hour reg line.
Hi.
Ew. Hi, otter lover femboy twink. When you say otter lover, is that like the body type or is it the animal? Like you're like you low key Twinkie, so it could be the body type, low key. Bakersfield. Everything here had cilantro or cilantro or cilantro. Why is my menu so dirty? Oh, this one doesn't have cilantro. Cilantro, 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 cilantro. I have that gene. I have that gene that makes cilantro taste like soap, which honestly I don't care about. But like honestly, if I accidentally get cilantro on my taco or anything, I'm still gonna eat it. I'm gonna be like, oh, this tastes like soap, but I'm still gonna eat it. I'm like, oh, it's kind of good though. It's kind of yummy. It's kind of good. But anyway, for this time at Bakersfield, I did notice that it had cilantro, so I asked for no cilantro, and let me tell you, yummy! All three of these are the carnitas: beer, braised pork, guacamole, tomatillo crema, pickled red onion, cilantro. No cilantro though. This is low-key a genius play. I didn't realize this until maybe the third time I went to Bakersfield this weekend. But if I order something and I ask for, a change in the meal, change in the dish, they put that toothpick in it. They put these toothpicks in it to signal that these are the ones. No cilantro because, they're very food safe. And it's kind of genius to do that because they bring out all of your tacos on one big plate and they're like, okay, these three are yours, these three are yours, these two are yours, these three are yours. And then the server like walks away and then everyone's like, wait, which tacos are mine? So everyone's tacos are raw dog on a plate, but my three had these toothpicks in it. Kind of genius play, okay? Every time I went to Bakersfield, my tacos were signaled to me by these little toothpicks. Genius. Remember that for next time you're out and about and you're at a restaurant where they serve everything on one dish. Yo, substitutions or changes or whatever. Like, oh yeah. And then after this, what the hop? I was also talking to Kelif the whole time. After this was then our little group chat meet, okay? That was when all of us in this little group chat, AC Cuties, full of like Kelif, Sethodocious, Zordesu, Old Rago, everyone was gonna meet up, okay? And so we did do that low key. Sancho gave me a flippin' Solo the Kobold sticker. What the squeak? That's a little Solo sticker. Oh my goodness, look, this is Charlie, except it was not Caliph in there. The Weston's in the background. I didn't notice that. This was Scuffendings inside the Charlie suit, and I took a picture. Oh, look at that schnoz. And then Matos made us a bunch of bracelets. You can see some. Jasper. I don't know who Jasper. Radium Desu. Love Radium Desu. This one just says AnthroCon. Bug Husbands. Golden Pelt. Wolves. Soren. Basky. Chen. Sugi? Anyway, we had a bunch of these. For some reason, I didn't take a picture of mine. Am I silly? I forgot to take a picture of mine. But there was all of these beautiful bracelets that were made for us. I got one too. Mine's mostly white, which makes sense. I'm a lot of white. Nail polishes. I think Matos also made like custom nail polishes for people, and it was like named after the Sonas. Aw. What are you doing after the recap? I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead. Maybe I'll play Originizer or something. Hi, Badger Ma. Badger, you subscribed for 9 months? Oh, streamer baby time. Hi, Badger Ma. I saw you in Calder's stream last night in the chat, and I called you Bad Germa. But you're not bad Germa. You're good Germa. Did you get a chance to try the cookies I made, Gunnar? No, I didn't. But if you draw, I could draw. I still need to make that Originizer mod. I didn't eat anybody's homemade foods. And Drip the Deer brought a lot of food and I didn't eat it either. Oh, what? Oh. Badgerman, thank you for gifting a sub.
Un sub to the strange man in the thing.
Thank you for gifting a sub to the strange man in the thing. What the squeak? What a interesting and unique username. At this point in the meetup, we also have a big group picture. So at some point, I know some other streamer is going to be streaming the recap stream, and they will post that big picture we all took together, and that will eventually be the Gunnar face reveal. That will eventually be the Gunnar face. Nah. People have seen my face before. Big gulp of water. I will take a big gulp of water. And Wei has already. Good to know. I'm excited. Gunnar has a face. Hi, Punk. Punk, I went to another convention. Can you believe it? The answer is yes, you can. Furries be like that. What did I do after this? I'm gonna check my notes. Saw Zord. Oh my god, I love Zordesu. Wait, I love Zordesu a lot. Zordesu's really nice. After that, I went to Jimmy John's. Do I have a picture of that? What's this? Oh, I also walked past the like sticker thing. First of all, Punk Bunny vibes over here. And second of all, I saw Drip the Deer sticker and I had to put my own sticker next to it. So this is me drinking and driving and texting, and then Drip the Deer right here. Doing a little blah. Got to see Zord. I'm so jealous. I love Zord. Zord is awesome. Zord is beautiful. And Zord looks good. What the squeak? And I got to put my sticker next to Drip the Deer. And then I low-key never saw these stickers ever again. I would walk past this wall like it's corrugated like plastic. I don't know, fake ass cardboard. Never saw my stickers again. I wasn't looking that hard, but low-key lost them. Oh, and then as I was walking out, oh my goodness, you guys don't know who this is, but this is an old Gunnar the Rat reference. Anduke used to be on my streams a bunch. You guys don't even know who this guy is. These newer Gunnar the Rat fans don't even remember who Anduke is. I'm pretty sure this guy won like a Party Animals tournament with Whiskey Dingo, Jesus Christ. I don't know why Crouton gusped the gasp. I just gusped. Crouton Blue Jay over there. But this is an old Gunnar the Rat reference. And I saw all of them. I saw like Kikani, Mallory, Coin, um, and the others. You know, you remember those days. COVID days. Yeah, COVID-19. We went to Jimmy John's. For some reason, I took a picture of their menu. I think it's because I couldn't read from a distance, so I like did a 10 times zoom to figure out what I was eating. Roast beef, turkey, lettuce, tomato, mayo. I I love going to these places. Some of these places did not care for furries at all. This I think was one of them, and it was very funny. I can only imagine how like stressful it is to work at a place like this. I don't blame them at all. It was very funny to sit and eat in there, and the workers getting worked up because none of the furries know what is going on, know how anything works. It's very, very funny. This is me, Crouton, and Ezra that went to this. It was cute. After this, I went to like a little room party, and I sat there for like 30 minutes, and then we left. Do you guys ever do that? You guys ever go to a room party, like sit there, you're like, I'm not gonna talk to any of these people. I'm not gonna play like I'm not gonna play Smash Bros. I don't really care about drinking alcohol with these people. Girl, I went to a party, I left. Um, oh, already. Oh, you guys didn't see that. This is Thursday. Thursday night is crazy. We went to the riverfront. We chilled. We listened to the music there. It was fun. We listened to the I don't know, just whatever music was playing. And this was the first time I was at Riverfront, and it was fun and it was beautiful. I stood up here with Old Rego, I believe, and we looked at the bridge and the river and looked at all the beautiful water. Wow, this is beautiful. Somebody print this out and frame it and put it over their bed. You guys see yourself in this picture? Am I leaking your guys' faces? Tell me if I am. Um, wow, what a long night I had. Thursday night, this is officially day one of the convention. I went to go see Geotech after this, real Geotech, because Geotech and I wanted to go to a party, and so therefore we did, okay? Therefore we did go to a party. We wanted to poke our nose in there. I'm right there! Wait, Yasha, I think I see you. Wait, where are you? I think I see you. So I got to hang out with Geotech, and that was fun. That was fun. Don't worry about anything there. That was fun. And I also got to hang out after the party with like Astromouse and Jazzar. Um, I had a fun time partying. I didn't drink anything this night. I was low-key sober. Low-key alcohol don't hit for me. Like, I love alcohol and everything, but ignore whatever these messages are. Astral real? Astral is real. Astral is real, and I got to hang out with them. Um, I love being sober, is the thing. Being sober is the play. Oh god, wait till I can't. Oh god. Let's just say that sober streak did not go well at this convention. So that night I went to Gio's little party where I got like a cute little green wristband, I guess, and whatever happens at those parties could have happened. And then I went afterwards to see Astromouse and Jazz Otter, and we talked in their room. Um, One of their roommates was there. I don't even remember what we talked about, but eventually it just got so late at night. I think it was like 3 a.m. I was like, I'm gonna go to bed. Goodbye, everyone. Walks out by myself and then down the street. And then I woke up Friday. It was like 12:30. I think housekeeping woke me up. This day was so silly. Anyway, um Friday, what's the very first thing that happened? First of all, before I get to that, I had another Bakersfield meal. It was just me, Crouton, and Dagobee Snack Station. Let me see if I can find the pictures of us. Where is anybody? Crouton Blue Jay. Dagobee Snack Station. And we had a nice little breakfast together. And it was so yummy, and I tried more tacos. After that, we went to the content creator meet and greet, and I got to see Drip the Deer. And little did I know that this would be the only time I got to see Drip the Deer. I didn't know. The convention had just started. Dagawee breakfast. Mr. Station. Exactly. Mr. Station. Anybody remember the keybind to like auto arrange? Ah! What just happened? You guys are looking at my Organizer game. Stop looking at that. What's it to auto arrange? Control P? It is Control P. I'm surprised Control P does that and doesn't like print it out or whatever. Content creator meet and greet. I saw Morning Chai. I saw Sethadocious. Who else did I see there? I saw Dithers from a distance, and I never got to talk to them. And then I never got to see Dithers ever again. What the squeak? But I hung out with Drip. I hung out with Kelif. I don't think I embarrassed myself that much at this part. No, I don't think anything embarrassing happened here. I'm trying to remember. Last time I went to the content creator like Twitch meet and greet, it was FWA, and I did embarrass myself because I tried to hug Sethadocious, and then I like ripped open their bag of everything that they bought from dealers then, and I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And then I like spilled all my stickers on the floor like 5 minutes later, and I was like, "Jesus Christ." Luckily, I don't think anything embarrassing happened here. No, that vibes were saved for Saturday. I roamed around Dealer's Den a bunch. I got to see Dealer's Den. Litten Kitten. I sent this to Scintilla. I was like, Scintilla, look at this cutie. Look at him. And then Scintilla did agree that they were very cute. I saw this thing, guys. Look at this thing. What species do you think this thing is? You were a mess. I literally don't remember this. It was embarrassing. Thank God nobody remembers it, especially not Seth Adocious. I saw this thing and got very excited. I was like, ooh, this is so cute. Oh my God, look at this thing. It's adorable. I was like, look at this cute little rat. This is so good. Oh my God, this is the cutest rat I'd ever seen. Guys, it was a chihuahua. Guys, this is a chihuahua right here. I was like, oh, I thought it was one of me. It's not. It's a chihuahua. Oops. I guess it's a good chihuahua too. Whatever. European wild answer? Close enough. Chihuahuas and rats are pretty close. I grew up with chihuahuas, and now I'm a rat, so, you know, this makes sense. Anyway, I thought that was very cute. What else did I see in the dealer's den? Oh my God, look at this thing. Borzoi. Head, hands, tail, magnetic eyelids. 3,800. No, I'm not buying that ever. But it's a Borzoi. I sent this to the Boars Cord, okay? I sent this to the Boars Cord, and they all started talking and yapping about it. Oh God, Dag sent me some messages. Should I just click on them in the middle of stream? Borzoi, Fursuit, and AnthroCon, but I'm not spending 3,800. You could get at least 2 real Borzoi. Damn, my real Borzoi only costs $200. That could get you 15 creatures. Creature is their Borzoi. That could get you 15 creatures. And then they just started yapping about whatever. The 2 Borzoi owners started yapping. Can I have one of the 15 creatures? Great question, actually. I should have asked the same question. Anyway, very expensive. I did nothing. I think I went back to my room, charged my phone a little bit. Charging my phone is like a physical representation of my mental state of like, let me go to the hotel room, charge my phone, slash my brain. I'm very introverted. I don't talk to people ever. I don't like talking to people. I just like sitting and doing nothing. Ergo, charged my phone. I went out. I met up with my convention roommate, Torrent Dragon. And who do I see bumbling down the street in full fursuit? Who do I see? Oreo Bull. Oreo Bull. I got to see Oreo Bull. Oreo Bull from Oreo Bull streams. That's who I see bumbling down the street by themselves. It was such a good time. I got to talk to Oreo Bull a bunch. Did you grab his ring? I touched it a little. I didn't tug on it. I'm too shy. And Oreo Bull is cute. Oreo Bull is good. What else happened? Did anything else happen that I want to talk about? Oh, this is the. Oh my god! I didn't even put any of these people on my thing, did I? What's my next picture? Next picture is when I went to Bakersfield twice in the same day, third time the entire convention. As a guy walked past 50 times at FWA, Oreo Bull, Oreo Sunshine. We roamed around. I got to bump into a bunch of people for, I don't know, us doing nothing. It was me and Torrent. We were walking around. I saw Deej, aka Crudberry, and I was very excited about that. I low-key manifested it because earlier that morning I was like, man, I wish Crudberry was here. I love Crudberry so much. And then a couple hours later I saw Crudberry. I was like, yo, what the squeak? It's Crudberry. Then also Pivot Deer Pup was there. What the squeak? I forget who else is there. There was Opta. I don't know. I've never met Opta before. But they were cool. We all went to Bakersfield together. Crudberry, Pivot Deer Pup, me, Opta, a bunch of other. Wow, I really don't remember what happened. Oh, you know who was sitting across from me? You know who this is over here? That's Slush Dog. What the squeak? I never met Slush Dog ever before in my life. And then all of a sudden, Slush Dog and I are sitting across from each other at Bakersfield. And also, Juiceps was at the very end of the table over here. Juiceps was over there, but I didn't talk to him at all. I don't know Juiceps like that. But me and Slush Dog were there. And Slush Dog is very Slush Dog is so Slush Dog. Wait, I didn't realize. Did you guys know this? Low-key Slush Dog is just like Slush Dog. And I'd imagine he'd say Gunnar the Rat is just like Gunnar the Rat if he knew who I was. Yeah, Juiceps was there at my dinner table too. He was at the very opposite end of me. Slush Dog is a very loud, very fast, very high energy gay. To put it lightly. And then there I am, a very chill, mellow, sleepy, whatever gay. Very opposite ends of the spectrum. However, we do both have being gay and annoying in common. So go team, go us, we win. It was a ton of fun. Slush is so slushy. Slush is so slushy. It was a ton of fun to be there. I had such a great time getting to laugh with the gang. Oh my god, this is the 4th of July? Oh my god. Who knew that this was the 4th of July? Oh, Video Vadio and Radium Desu were there too, and we all and Torrent Dragon, and we all low-key walked back to get the fireworks, to view the fireworks for the 4th of July. We all like split off from each other over time in ways that like were in unviewable from the eye. Eventually it was just me and Video Vadio. And then me and Video Vadio. This is Video Vadio. Me and Video Vadio were the only two people. We were next to each other. We were watching the fireworks. I also never hang out with Video Vadio. This is the first time I'm like getting to hang with them, and then we're watching these 4th of July fireworks. And fireworks or whatever. There's like no music, just where's my party in the USA? I need like a DJ there. Did you kiss the bull? I did not kiss the bull, no. Vadio seems sweet. I love to meet them. They were very nice. We watched the fireworks together. I was analyzing the fireworks because I had nothing else to do. And dare I say, 95% of the fireworks were red and green, which is not very 4th of July coded. It's pretty Christmassy, if you ask me. I don't think anyone on Earth would ever recognize this, but I was like, why are all these fireworks Christmas colored instead of 4th of July colored? It was like a 30-minute show of just like fireworks blowing up. Some of them would be in the shapes of like hats. That's cool. The only part that was really interesting was the ending when they just explode a bunch of fireworks. That's fun. I like that. I like that a lot. Video Vadio and I just kind of low key stumbled around, did nothing. Um, Eventually we stumbled back into the Westin and I got to meet a bunch of people. That's where I saw Ray go. Also, we were sitting outside for a while. I took Mattis's spot, and there's this Tesla charging in front of the Westin. I don't know why this is the Tesla charging area, but I did enjoy that there was like a little deer inflatable in the driver's seat of the Tesla, and that did entertain me a bunch. I did enjoy seeing that. We stumbled into the Westin. This is the last picture I have here. Look, it's this guy. It's whoever this critter is. I don't know who this guy is, but he's always around. Um, he's like in advertising for like AnthroCon, like on TV and stuff. Um, the AnthroCon mascot. He was there. Odrego was there. You know who else was there? Photographer, the one from that one documentary. And so Photographer got to talk about his cute little story that he had with us, and I loved it. Kelef was there, Torrent Dragon, Matos. It was low key like a Friday night VR chat meetup, except it was in person, and everyone got to like hug each other in real life and stuff, and it was so cool and so awesome. And it was fun to listen to Photographer. Photographer seems so cool. I want to watch their documentary so bad, but allegedly it's not out legally. Um, so we may have to find ways around that. You guys know who Photographer is? They're that person. They have a documentary about them. Um, there was somebody in some European country who was close to death, needed like what, a kidney? And Photographer being a nice person, only knowing this person from VR chat and online, never met them before. They were like, "Oh, I can give you one of my kidneys or whatever." This is my very poor rehash of whatever the plot line is. So Photographer flew across the ocean into different countries to donate a kidney to someone they never met before in real life, just because they were VR chat friends. Can I find out what this documentary is called? Documentary VR chat. Can I look up Photographer? How do you spell Photographer? Photog I don't know. Reality of Hope. Why don't I just like read this? Yo! Bridging the worlds between VR chat and reality, unique downward friendship, found in VR chat that blossomed into an act of stunning generosity. Hi, you. Stockholm-based VR creator is battling imminent kidney failure. His online friend from New York, Photographer, hears the news and volunteers to donate his kidney, thus saving Hayu's life. Aww. Look, beans. Beans. Look at that. Photographer. I know you. I got to hang out with you for an entire night. Aww. How amazing is that? This is an amazing story. What is this picture? Are you undergoing apheresis while in VR? Interesting. I really want to see this. This is cute. This is good. And now I personally know one of these people. Yay! And that was my Friday night. Low key chill night. Low key chill night, guys. Yo. What happened? Anything else happened? Let me look at my journal. Oh, I ate pizza with crouton. Great. Interesting. Good to know. Uh-oh. The next journal entry for the next day happened a little bit later because that night was too much for me. So let's see how much of this day I remember. This is the drama. If anybody here knows me, if anybody here saw me Saturday night, Sunday morning, they know this drama. Uh-oh. For some reason I woke up today and I noticed like on our mirror, it says travel light. They have fitness kits that you can ask to have, so you can just get little like vibrating guns sent to your room. I don't know why I was interested in this. I was like, what the hell? You can just ask for like a vibrating gun and they send it to you. I don't know if I trust that. This is the view outside my window. Aw. What troubles did you get, Gunnar? You'll see. Oh god. Oh god. We can't get there yet. We're not there yet. We have an entire beautiful morning to get through. I'm romanticizing the hell out of my life right now. I'm taking pictures of the view as I'm waiting for my damn elevator. And there was apparently only 2 elevators running at this point. So I was waiting a long time, but I took a picture of this. I think that's a museum. There's this gay boy kisser thing. Yes, boy kisser. Boy kisser. This is the day of the block party, but here's a picture of the dealer's den. You know what's crazy? Is that AnthroCon is a bigger convention than FWA, but AnthroCon just has so much more space. It's crazy. FWA is low-key trash. FWA is low-key poopy. You cannot walk around in the dealer's den. You see how much space there is here? You see how much floor space there is to walk around? FWA, if you go into the artist alley, it locks you into a hallway and you can't go anywhere. You see how much space there is on the floor over here? FWA, you walk up the artist alley, you get stuck and you have to go back the other way. FWA trash, AnthroCon on top. This day is also the day of the block party. Look, this is Crouton's fursuit named Scout. The certified lemon brat. If you ever see this fursuit, it is Crouton Blue Jay. This character's named Scout. They're a fox. So I was just taking a bunch of pictures of Scout, and that's cute. AnthroCon. That's the convention we're at right now. Wait, AnthroCon. I didn't notice that. What? I didn't notice it's called AnthroCon Avenue. I was looking at a lot of things at this block party. So, block party. They block out one block of the block, and it's blocked out, and that's the block party, okay? They put up like barriers so that this little corner of the street is only furries and fursonas. No cars get through. They have like a bunch of booths set up, and by a bunch I mean like 2 or 3. No cars. You get food. I got chicken on a stick, and that was yummy. When we were roaming around, looking at what's going on. There's this super high fence over here. I was low-key looking at these people. I see they're posing for a picture. They were low-key almost putting this damn huge big banana gator over the railing. Over this railing up here. And I was like, what are they doing, man? But I see now they're taking a picture in the opposite direction. I don't know why. I just like this fursuiter's vibe. I was like waiting for Crouton outside a Headless Lounge outside. And this person, whoever this individual is, they are low-key chilling as hell over here. And I like their vibe. So I took a picture from like miles away. IRFM won't come to one in the same state. True. I'm going to in-state con for the first time in like 3 months though. AFC. I like this guy's vibe. Whoever this Dutch Angel Dragon is, they low-key chill. They chillin' as hell, bro. They do not give one GAF. Are you in Arizona? No, I'm in California. We took more fursuit pictures. This is Crouton looking at the bridge. Wow, exciting. We went inside to watch the fursuit parade. We bumped into another one of our friends, Artie. Love Artie. 2 lemon brat fursuits. Look at how beautiful Crouton is. Look at how beautiful Artie is. Also, the fursuit parade started behind us, and we failed to realize this. But this is one of the fursuiters. Yes, AFC is in Ontario. It's one. Oh, Ethan? Wait, Ethan Klein? From Unis Honest? Oh, no way. No way. Fursuit parade. I took a bunch of pictures of the fursuit parade. There's Giuseppe's, whoever this guy is. It's telephone. My telephone. Shout out any names if you recognize any fursuiters. I also just saw this fat dragon. I got really happy. I don't know why. He brought me so much joy. Big fat dragon. Also, everyone's going crazy for that individual. Of course, I don't know what it is about this guy, but he's just so good and happy to look at. It's amazing. He brings such good joy. This little guy just trotting around as a big balloon dog. It's a beautiful sight to be seen. Love him, love his vibes. Good individual. Love this balloon dog. Big dragon, roll him. Big fat dragon. Um, Zero remnants. They made my belt. I have a belt that says rats. They made it. Zero remnant. Fellow rat, even though they're a dog in this picture. Further confusion is the best, but also understand if you don't, because it's kind of on the pricier side. Further confusion. Is that the one in San Jose? It is in San Jose. I've never been to Further Confusion, but that used to be Crouton's home convention. Yo, Chen. Hey, Chen, you're gonna be in the story this night, low key. This Saturday night, with certain events that may have transpired, you may be there, Chen. Strobes, I know that guy. I see this goat on TikTok a bunch. Saturday night, uh-oh. Those who know versus those who don't know. I'm gonna have to like pull out my drawing tablet and draw some diagrams of whatever my brain was going through. Jerb! I hate this guy. Bros. It's always Saturday night. Jerb used to stream, and I used to raid into Jerb a bunch. But now they don't stream anymore. And I didn't realize this until FWA, but they just like a cute fursuiter now. And I'm like, Jerb, get back to playing Minecraft on Twitch. I used to watch you play Bed Wars. Where did you go? Jerb, come back. I need to confront him next convention. I'm gonna go up to him face to face and be like, Jerb, you need to hop back on Minecraft Bed Wars. I miss you. What the squeak, bro? Take off the damn deer fursuit and hit that go live button, okay? Damn, Jerb. I love you, Jerb. Ollie, you guys know who that is. Ooh, this is a Protogen fursuiter I just liked. They got that Protogen head on. I never ever see any Protogen fursuits with like metallic thighs or a metallic chest plate. So I just love this fursuiter because I'm like, oh snap, they actually doing that low key. They low key do be doing that. They got that Protogen stuff on though. Not even gonna lie. So I saw this fursuiter walking around the block party, and I liked him a lot. Nebula, whole map could be broken. You had to go find enemies, obsidian blocks. Ah, interesting. That's all the pictures I took of the fursuit parade. I didn't take pictures of anyone ugly. It was kind of funny though because Boof walked down. I didn't know Boof was around. But I hear from like the girls who were standing near me of like, ew, it's Boof. And then I was like, oh, what? And I looked up, I was like, oh yeah, it is Boof. You're right. And that ugly bullheaded freak, I don't know, was walking down too, and I didn't care. It's the llama or alpaca from the comic. Here you are studying his comics. You don't even know what species he is. That's okay, I don't know either. Here you are spending hundreds of hours looking at this character's comics. You can't even tell me what species he is. SMH. I don't know either. Went back out to the block party. Went out to this ice cream little pop-up thing. Everyone was talking about the Pup Cup Sundae. 2 scoops of your choice, whipped cream, and Scooby snacks. Isn't that cute? I didn't get that. Everyone got it, so I got the circus animal sundae instead, which is the same thing, but iced animal cookies. Yum! Ew, it looks gross when I zoom in. Don't zoom in on that. Ew, ew. Anyway, they asked if I wanted sprinkles, and I said yes. What flavors you guys getting? It's gonna be on me, and you guys can have any toppings you want. Oh, I should have gotten mini marshmallows. That sounds really good. Crushed Hydrox cookies. Hydrox on top. Hydrox the OG. Cookies and cream. That's what Crouton got. With his pup cup. What happened next? Oh, I went back into the dealer's den and I saw this and it reminded me of Oreo Bull. And I never sent this picture to Oreo Bull, so I just took this picture for fun. Oreo Bull, if Oreo was a sexy, sexy woman. Oreo Bull, if they had boobies and curves and low key serving AF. This is giving Oreo Bull. 3 minutes of ads started. Oh, good. I have stuff to talk about still. What happened? What happened? Let me look at my journal. I dropped my pen. I just noticed your nose is a heart. Correct. I draw it like that on purpose. Let's look at Art Fight real quick. Because my reference sheet is there. Thank God nobody's attacked me recently. I make my nose a heart in all the art I draw of Gunnar. Gunnar has a cute little nose heart. Nose heart. Heart nose. And then I give Hunter like a spikier nose. I think they both do have heart noses in this beautiful F-pop art. Thank you, F-pop. I love you, F-pop. Sleepy and relaxed. I am sleepy and relaxed. Hi, Badger Ball. Anyway, I go. So this is about we're a couple hours before a big party that Seth Theodosius was gonna put on in their weird ass hotel, the Even. What a weird hotel. Unrelated to everything that happened that night. The Even is weird. The walls were speaking to me in spa speak. Like, come here to relax, enjoy yourself. All of our room numbers are even, so you never have to stress. What are you talking about? What a weird hotel. What is Chen here? Chen? What was the deal with this hotel? Anyway, before all that, I did go to dinner with Korichi and Gio and like two or three other friends that I don't care about. Korichi's there and Gio. And we both low-key went to this dinner place. Didn't really eat though because Gio and I had a party to go to really, really soon. A cute little party being thrown by the Seth Theodosius. All the ceilings had like Baroque scroll work on them. That sounds so cute. I love the history of Philadelphia. There was a lot of good, beautiful architecture that was going on over there. It was really good. Anyway, we had Primanti Bros, and by we had, I actually mean I did not have any of this food at all. Philadelphia too. This is Pittsburgh. Sorry, I got misunderstood. How come Pennsylvania gets two cities? Does anybody know that? Like Pennsylvania has Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. How come Pennsylvania gets two cities? I ordered food. Geo and I we said, can we get ours to go because we have to leave soon? And our very nice server was like, yes, here's your food and the bill. And I said, thank you. You're a very nice person. And I tipped her a lot. And then we ran off. Unrelated before that. I was also watching the TV. And finally, it was sports that I cared about. On this left TV, it was the Savannah Bananas versus the Firefighters. If you guys don't like sports, this is the most watchable sports there is. Thank God. Thank God I could watch something. Love you, Savannah Bananas and the Firefighters and the whole Banana League. Most watchable thing ever. The Savannah Bananas were just doing backflips and dancing and just doing anything but playing baseball. And I didn't take a picture of this, but on the right screen that there was over there was like a kickball tournament. So I was sitting there. I could either watch the Savannah Bananas on this left monitor or people playing kickball on the right monitor, and they just low key be kicking that ball. And it was kind of fun. This is the most accessible sports had ever been to me. I was like, I love these things. These are random. Oh, then comes this is the only picture I took that night. Where's Chen at? This is the only picture I took that night. Non-consensually too. Oh, Gio and I went to this damn party. I put all our stuff down and I said, this is it. This is the time I'm gonna do this. And guys, don't be mad at me. But Gio and we went outside the hotel and we smoked a doink. Oh my god. I smoked a marijuana for the first time. Don't be mad at me. We split a joint because I'm brand new. That being said, very upsetting news. Smoking was very easy to do. I thought it was gonna be skilled. I thought it was gonna be skill based. Oh, play Night in the Woods. I haven't played Night in the Woods recently, not since I was in college, like 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. Maybe I need to replay it without me. This is the first time I ever smoked a joint. It was low key a cartoon odd joint. It was so there's this very funny 7TV emote. Oh god, don't look up 7TV on stream. But it's like a glorp smoking a joint, and I love it. That was low key me as hell. Can I just look up glorp and find it? Is 7TV gonna be good? No. What do I look up? Anyway, there's a very fun. Ew. Never look up. Yeah, Zaza Glorp. This is me. This is what I was. This is what friggin' Geo had me smoking outside in the public streets of Pennsylvania. This is me as hell. I'm gonna add this. Why can't I add it? Why no add? Is it already added? Is it already here? Oh, oh wow, look at that one. Is this a picture? Is it animated? Um, I don't even know. A way too stoned, got kicked out of the hotel after I thought I was sane, and ended up passed out in a chair in the main lobby hotel. Woke up with someone leading me to his room, pointing out that it's someone drawn on my face. Now that's just crazy. Now that is a crazy story. Dare I say crazier than my story? But my story was pretty bad too. I had a great time at whatever this party was. Let me get Crouton Blue Jay back over here. I don't know what this party was, what it was for, but I had a great time hanging out with friends. This party was held by Seth Adocious. They were officially hosting, but it was in the room that also belonged to Radium and Chen. You know these people? You know these people? Have you seen these people before? The three of them hosted this party. Who's Chen? Never seen him before in my life. It was the three of them. Let me bust out my drawing tablet for the night. Chen hosted a party. Jen was forced to host a party because Seth Adocious wanted to, and they were roommates. Yay. I miss being young constantly. This is where me being young really stepped into play. These are all the other people that were there that I have the strongest memories of. All right, guys, let's get into drama of what happened. Let's get into drama. Uh, let's just say this night, first of all, low-key salacious, low-key flirty, low-key salacious kind of night where, you didn't have to wear a shirt, and you did not have to wear pants. Low-key. So I was like, okay, we're gonna have fun. What did the rat consume this night that may have impacted how things went? This rat low-key consumed a doink. Okay? This is my art of a doink. This rat low-key consumed another edible. Okay, it was a little tart gummy thing. Uh-oh. Some would say that's enough, but did the rat stop there? No. Should the rat have stopped there? Yes. Uh-oh. And then the rat had a shot of Svedka. Oh no. And then what did the rat do? Another shot of Svedka. Uh-oh. And then what did the rat do? A third shot of Svedka. And this is all that the rat had in their stomach. And the rat did not have any food because we rushed over to the party from dinner. So my sandwich was sitting in the room uneaten. I had a joint, an edible, 3 shots of vodka at least, and those were generous pours as well. Um, how much do you weigh? 120 pounds, and I skipped dinner. Risky play, yeah. High risk, low reward, dare I say. Um, and that was all that was in the rat's stomach that night. Let's just say, let me do the glass half full. For the first like 2.5 hours, it was amazing. It was such an amazing time. Where am I at on this thing? Let's get Gunnar the Rat over here. I was low key chilling all over the party. I was low key. We were low key all chilling, having fun. Kiba was there. Chen was around. Detra was there. All that stuff. I think yeah, Seth was there. Radium was there. This is dare I say this part of the night was a ton of fun. Dare I say when it was just all this stuff, all this nonsense. I was over here bouncing between a bunch of people. Let's just say for the first like 2 hours, it was a ton of fun, and I had a great time, and we were vibing TF out. Um, yeah, and then around like 11:15, I hear people talking. Then suddenly it wasn't so fun for me. Uh-oh. I'm sure there was bouncing all right. This was a safer work part of the party, okay? Nothing but safer work activities happening here. For the parts I was conscious for. You ever go to the raves? No, I never went to the rave, so sorry. Um, yeah. What's the timeline like this like? I showed up at about 9 o'clock, I'll say. 9 o'clock. The party was all this time. Can I? No, there's no such thing as holding shift and getting a straight line. Blowing nothing but raspberries. I was safe. Safe for work for, up until people said that 12 o'clock would be a very funny time for partying. But let's just say at around like 11:15, that's when people were like, "Oh man, only 45 minutes to 12." And the situation was Geo was on the bed. Kiba was on Geo. I was on Kiba. Um was Detra like Detra was around there, but not near the end of whatever this part of the night was. So we were all in a pile together. I was low oh god, I was low key on top of them at around 11:15 when people said 45 minutes. That was when I was in pure rat form in my brain like um yeah, I'm stuck. I'm not moving. This rat is not going anywhere. This rat cannot talk. This rat is gone. This rat gone. Cannot do anything. Had maybe too much to consume. Hi, Korichi. Thank you so much. It was so fun hanging out with you. We just talked about you. This is you over here. Gone the rat. Yes. Rat was gone by 11:15. Actual expression at 11:15. Nobody could see my expression, thankfully. Something may have been on top of the rat's face to obscure how gone this rat was, okay? And Rat was just vibing out. Rat was having a good time. I don't know when old Rago came by. Rago, I think you came after midnight, dare I say. I think the other rat showed up after midnight. Then Rago was asking me a bunch of questions. Rago was like, Are you a nonverbal rat? And I was like, yes. I nodded my head. Yes, I'm a nonverbal rat. Just a slight before midnight. All right. Rat, do not speak. Rat was gone. Rat was gone by this time. Too much alcohol and marijuana. Yippee, yippee. Nonverbal rat, some pets. Thank God. Yeah. I don't even know the exact timeline of things. At 12, Rhaego showed up. At 12, I'll say. Rhaego was like, hey, Gunnar, could you, like, move? Could you get up? Can you move your body? My answer to that was no. And dare I say, you didn't see Rhaego? Chen, where did you go? Chen, why did you leave so early? I couldn't even say goodbye to you. Anyway, Rhaego asked Gunnar, can he move? No. And this upset my very, very fragile brain. My brain at the time was very fragile. And any stressors, this is my smooth brain, any stressors would make it unhappy and would make it sick. Uh-oh. What the? Didn't I just select green? Your flight was early. Why was it so early? If you didn't puke, that's lucky. Well. Anyway, Rhaego asked if I could move. Made you conscious by asking a question. Unfortunately, and I was not very conscious either way. I was very aware of my surroundings. But when Rhaego asked if I could move, that upset my spirit, and I did have to start to go vomit right then and there. Yes, having to vomit, laying on top of like 2 or 3 friends. Amazing vibes. You made them think. Total misplay. Thank God nobody was in the bathroom. If somebody was in the bathroom, it would have been over for everyone. I see my head. This is the only picture I took that night. I was like, I want to remember this. This is when I was like just feeling funny. I was like, I don't remember something of this, but I don't know what to take a picture of. So I took a picture of this. What was the layout of the room? I'm gonna need a layout of the room because I spent too much time in there. It's something like this. And then like there was 2 beds here. All right. Gunnar the rat, low key over here on top of 2 people. Rhaego asked me like questions. I got unhappy and sick. Luckily, I was able to run into the bathroom over here. This was a rushed, like I had about 10 frames in real life before I was going to puke. Toilet here. This is where I spent a lot of my time. Ran into the bathroom. Luckily, for some reason, my illness slightly paused itself for me to take off whatever hood I may have been wearing, put it very gently onto the counter. And then I started getting sick and puking here. According to Crouton Blue Jay, it wasn't even that bad. And that is always true for me because low key, if I get sick, it does sound worse than it actually is. Shrugs. Asked my roommate for an invite. It was Seth Adocious' party. Anyway, so Rat stayed in the bathroom for a while, for a long while. Being sick, Crouton Blue Jay was here being a bird helping me. Yeah. At this part, I don't even know for how long. 2 hours? 1 hour? 1 hour I was just in the bathroom. Crouton Blue Jay saving me by existing near me. I don't even know where did Orega go? Crouton Blue Jay would come and save me. Orega would come and talk to me too. I remember Seth Adocious also coming in every now and then and talking in this room. I was gone. I was far away from everyone. I was exploring my mind palace in ways that had never been explored before. Inside my brain here, this is my brain. I was like this tiniest little guy in here, and I was like, uh-oh, I'm only like 2 or 3 neurons right now, and this is all I get to explore of my brain. And I had to communicate to an outer world of other people, how I was feeling and stuff. Um, I was very limited in communication. I could nod my head yes, I could nod my head no. I could like tap my finger. I could like move my leg. I had so little communication to the outside world. I was like, "Uh-oh. This is what I was trapped in. I was trapped in an empty little space in my brain." And it was quite interesting. I would say it wasn't the best part of the night, but I'm not that mad about it, you know. I was in this part, I was in the bathroom for, dare I say, 1 hour. 1 hour of bathroom time. Let's say 1 a.m. I don't even know. I don't know how long I was here. 1 hour bathroom time. Other people can tell me more about my life that I don't know. I was not that conscious for this. My eyes were closed. I was able to hear everything. I recorded a lot of conversations in my memory. I was over here stuck in my brain, couldn't do anything. Could not move that much. However, I think after being there for 1 hour, Crouton was like, "Okay, Gunnar, you've been in here for an hour. Other people have to use the bathroom too." I was like, "Okay," and I moved outside the bathroom into the hallway. I deleted the picture of the map that I did. Um, but yeah, the bathroom was here. The front door was here, and then the beds were over there. What the people were doing on the beds, I don't know. I wasn't conscious. I couldn't tell. I couldn't legally. I cannot tell you who was doing what to whom. But I went from the bathroom outside, right in front of the door. Kind of very funny of me to do, so people couldn't go in or out. And then I was in front of the door for a long time. Still the tiniest little 3 atoms of my brain were being used and literally nothing else. Just trying to exist, trying to breathe. People were helping me. Crouton Blue Jay was there a lot. Odrega was comforting me a lot. Other people were comforting me. Hi, Slush Dog. Wait, Slush. You're vaguely. Sethodocious jump scare. You're vaguely in this story. You were over here. This is your shadow, low key. Abois. This is your shadow up here when we had Bakersfield. When I had Bakersfield the third time. I'm talking about how I got really twisted. Do you need art? Nar. I'm just lazy. But thank you. I'm talking about how I was really twisted, how I'd mixed many alcohols. Which me and the restaurant. I'm all okay. I was at the very front. Gunnar comforted me. I told you to not let your brain be taken up by ugly people, and I think you took that advice pretty okay. You took it at least a little bit, which is good. Um, Instead of being mad at others, just message the gayest person you know and be like, "I love you," and that's good. I'm talking about how I got reduced to 3 atoms in my brain after doing alcohol and marijuana. And then I was sitting at the front door, most dangerous spot for me to be in. People cannot get in or out. Very funny of me. I was curled up in a ball. Okay, I was like curled up like this, and low-key vibing, low-key vibey. Geek stilts, welcome in. Even number of brain cells. Yeah, a good like 3. This is how I imagine I looked for the entire night, as people were petting me, as people were like, there, Gunner. It's okay. Don't worry. You'll be chillin'. And I was fine. Crouton would comfort me, Odrego would comfort me. Matos comforted me. I don't know who else comforted me. I was very much I was in my brain. I could not really move my body, but I was in my brain. People would come up and like hug me and stuff, and I would be comforted by this, and I would not know who they were. I was like, "Thank you for hugging me. Who are you?" But these people were all very nice. Everyone is so nice, so friendly. They saved me. And I was chilling low key. I don't even know. I, Once again, I'm gonna need other people to tell me how I performed this night. I don't even know until when. Um, Eventually, I did puke a little bit out there. Yeah, I had like a little hand towel from the bathroom in my hand. I started to puke onto that, and they got me a garbage bag. Thank you, whoever did that. I would say it was Seth and Crouton if I had to guess, but I don't know. Crouton handed it to me last step, but somebody handed it to me before. That being said, my stomach was empty at the time, so I didn't really have anything to vomit, which is good. I don't think I embarrassed myself at all. I don't think I vomited into any space that would upset people. I think thumbs up everyone. Yay, we did it. All of our vomit landed either in the toilet or in a trash bag. Yay, we did it. We did it. We did it, everyone. That's great news. Um Eventually I had to get out from the front door area, and I did shift over like a little bit over here in front of everyone's shoes and pants and shirts and underwear at this point. I don't know. I couldn't my eyes were closed the whole time. I couldn't tell you what was going on. I couldn't tell you what was going on. But then I was just sitting over here for a while, still curled up in a ball like this. Oh, oh my god. Yeah, Odorego. After a while of chilling in my empty space that was once a brain and my three neurons that were working and nothing else, being trapped in here, just a little guy and nothing. Eventually, my soul did get back into contact with the brain. I had like a big like breath of air. I like fell over onto my knees, my arms like outreached. I was like this. I finally like got back into contact with my body. I don't even know what time this was at. I'll say 2. I don't know. Um Eventually I did get back into contact with my body. Yay, thumbs up. I like I finally was able to feel my heart again, and I could feel my heart was running a million miles an hour, and I was doing like deep breath exercises try to calm myself down because my heart was going so fast. What the hell? Um my heart was going so fast. And then I did low key freeze in this position again, and you know, things did slow down a little bit after that. Ooh. Yeah, let's see. I'd say I had about like 15, 25 minutes of like chilling in this position of slowly recovering, slowly making out more noises of whatever was going on the beds over here. I couldn't tell you what was happening, but I was hearing noises. And you're arching your back way more than that. Did I look cute? Was my butt out? I was wearing very funny underwear that Crouton Blue Jay hated looking at. Crouton Blue Jay told me yesterday, he was like, I hate the underwear you were wearing. And I was like, it was so funny to me though. It was so funny. Um, Probably games. I think they were playing games. It was nice to eventually get back in my body, be able to like feel my heartbeat, be able to breathe, slowly try to get up, stand up, put on clothes. Around 2:30 is when the party was ending, and I finally was able to like catch my breath and like stand up and be like, me being dead, dead AF, dead Gunnar. Um, Anything else happen? Low blood sugar? I believe it. Anything else happen? Watching Bluey felt better. Man, if only they had Bluey. I had like people on the bed over here doing things. That was all I could watch. You know what would help? Another edible. Yes, another cigarette. One more cigarette. Pug buddy, you're so right. This is a fun time. I don't know. I explore my brain a bit. I may have been a tiny little Gunner inside a big, huge, empty brain. I was still able to hear all the conversations that were being had around me. I remember a lot of conversations. I remember some conversations better than Crouton, who was there comforting me almost all the time. Same with Olrego. Mados was there comforting me too. I don't know. Olrego, who was there anyone else? This is low key the squad I remember. I remember Seth checking up on me every now and then, being around, floating. Yeah, yeah, the 10 drunk cigarettes. That was the squad, basically. This was the squad of goated people. Everyone give these people $1 billion for saving me. They were trying to feed me things. Crouton Blue Jay did give me a water bottle with liquid IV in it, but I could not control my body that well. If I had to move my arm to do something, it would take 110% of my effort, of what little effort I had to like do any sort of movements. And any sort of stressors that would happen in my life would make me sick. It would make me vomit. If anybody around me ever said something that my spirit did not like, I would get sick. And that's fun. Health potion. I didn't even drink that much of that liquid IV. Only had access to the leg. Is this true? I think I was communicating with my leg a lot. I had head nods. I could say yes or no in full puppy form. I was over here being able to be like yes or no. I could like tap my finger. I could move my leggy, my little tootsies. How else could I communicate? I think that was it. I could vocalize a little bit if I really put a lot of effort in it. I could say a word, which is great, which is awesome. What else? Well, that was pretty much the night. It wasn't even that bad. Everything from 9 to 11:15 was amazing. And then it was just these 3 hours here that was me recovering from dying. Also, I was in my underwear. Very funny to me. I was going in and out of, the most conscious I could be. Every time I would open up my eyes, I would only see my own bulge staring back at me, which was very fun. What else could you do with your own body? What else could you do? Um, what else? Oh, I think that was is there anything else I want to say about that night? I had to walk home from this stupid Even hotel all the way to the Westin in this terrible state of mind that I was in. I wasn't even drunk, but I was like, I was something. You were gone, but at least you were hot. I hope I was hot. Was I, Olrego, was I hot when I was vomiting all over a hand towel in front of the entrance of the party? Was I? Hi, Gio. I was also looking after you. Yes, Gio was there too. Gio. My poor friends all blamed each other for such an experience. I got you the trash bag when you need to vomit. That's who it was. I was figuring out who it was. That's who it was. Okay, now we know. Thank you, Gio, for giving me the trash bag to vomit into. Um, what was I gonna say? All my poor friends were blaming each other. While I was inside my 3 atoms of existence, no, I was only blaming myself. I was like, yeah, I shouldn't have mixed alcohols. That's on me. I shouldn't have taken 3 shots of Svedka. I shouldn't have. I think that was mostly the biggest regret that I have. Because I think all 3 of them made me not exist for 3 hours, like 11 to 12, 12 to 1, and then 1 to 2. I dare say there may be a coincidence there. I was chilling. I only like freaked out in my brain like twice, but my brain was going on so many things that were happening. I was like, I'm gonna be fine. I know it. I've taken more than 3 shots before in my life. I know that like marijuana cannot kill you really at all. So like in my brain, I was like, I'm gonna be fine because I've done worse. Even though this was the worst moment in my life, me being reduced to nothing, I was like, honestly, drinking too much alcohol feels worse than whatever this was. I was fine. I was chilling. That being said, the section that was between 9 when I arrived and 11:15 to when I recognized I was gone, uh that little section of 2ish hours, it was pretty fun. It was called Greening Out. I'm caps locked. Greening Out Symptoms. Greening Out. Are they gonna call the police on me for looking this up? Um, yeah. Let's see. Um, Dizziness. Yeah, sure. What the hell? Nausea and vomiting. I love to vomit. Um, Paleness. I wasn't looking at my complexion. Loss of mobility. Yeah, I could not move. I could not move. It took me hours before I can move like a couple feet. Anxiety or paranoia. Only a little bit of anxiety. I like talk myself out of it. Being logical of like weed isn't gonna kill me, and I've drank more alcohol and I've been okay after that. The police are on their way. Disorientation. Panic attacks. No, not really. Even though I did like quote wake up and my heart rate was a million, I wasn't panicking really. I was just trying to control my body. Memory loss. I think I remember too much. I think I remember far too much. I remember almost every conversation that was being had around me. And hallucinations. I didn't hallucinate anything. All those noises I heard coming from the beds were real. Okay. Um. Whoa, I feel released. Bad times did. High eyes. I didn't even look at my. I couldn't even look at my eyes. Um. Yeah, great. What a great little graph. This is the most useless thing I've ever seen. This is anything in the world. Hunter, wake up. You're still greening out. Oh no. Was the anxiety TikTok song going through your head? No, thank God. If the anxiety song was going off, I would vomit more. Oh my God. Olrego, there was a point I was laying somewhere over here. Somebody's phone was going off like behind me or near me, and they had like some alarm that was going off, and it would not shut up. Oh my God. It was making me sick. I hated listening to it. It was the worst thing in the world for me at that moment was somebody's phone going off. Who did that? I blame them the most for all my illness. Whoever's phone was going off and they weren't going to pick it up. I'm so mad. I'm so angry at them. Who was it? Grr. Um, Getting crossfaded. Can I? Is there symptoms of getting crossfaded? Crossfaded, combined effects and risk. Let's just read a little bit of this. I don't like light mode. Yes, dangers. Uh-oh. Anyway, getting crossfaded. Other slang terms: crunk, faded, blitz, blasted. What is this? Chat GPT? Constant stimulus is comforting. Yeah. Here's the nice thing about being curled up in a ball like this is that people would just wrap their arms around me, and it was very nice. People would pet my head, and it felt so nice to me. It felt very, very nice. I was like, yay. It made me so happy. It made me so happy that everyone would do this. Thank you, Crouton. Thank you, Olrego. Thank you, Matos. Thank you, Geo. Where are my damn symptoms at? Where my damn symptoms at? It does sound nice. It was so nice. I low key, even though I was really, really inebriated, um, I do low key miss all that touching that was happening because people would touch and rub. Chen said they pet my tummy way back when I was conscious in these 2 hours. Goaded 2 hours right here between 9 and 11:15. When I was awake, I was full. I was happy to be there. I was the right amount of inebriated. They had me going like rough and stuff. Rago, you missed it. They had me barking. Cause I was low brain activity, but in a good way. It was so fun. I had a great time being at this party, first of all. I was at a similarly vibed party like 2 days before, and it was good. I didn't really care about anyone else. I don't care about strangers that much, whatever. But this party where I did know like pretty much everyone there, um, it was fun. It was a very different vibe. I had so many things running through my mind in the times that I was good. Thought number one, low-key giving Rocky Horror Picture Show when all the characters get drugged and they get horny and start touching each other. I was like, yeah, I get it now. I get it now. Um, there was that scene, Rose Tint My World, Janet over there. Whoa, I feel released. Bad times deceased. That was me. I was Janet in Rocky Horror Picture Show. I had a ton of fun. And you know what else? You know what else? Being in such a touchy little environment reminded me of. I had a bunch of cute boys around me. I had a bunch of cute boys around me, and boys were doing boy things near me, on me, around me, with me. You know what I was low key thinking? I was low key thinking, I was like, this is just like the musical Cats. I was like, this is just like the musical Cats. This is an IRL orgienizer. No, that was this other night when I was doing whatever this is, but I didn't talk about that. There is a scene in Cats. Kiba, wait, you were the person I was slowly dying on top of, and that's fun. Anyway, there's this scene in Cats, the Jellicle Ball. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna need you to hold on with me here. The Jellicle Ball is just a big orgy that these cats all have together. I think I may have selected the time that I want to watch already. No. Perfect. You guys know Cats the Musical? What do you know about Cats the Musical? Oh, Rego. Wait, why haven't I VIP'd you? Mods, can you VIP Rego? Anyway. So the Jellicle Ball from Cats is a big orgy that they all have together, but they're also kind of low-key just dancing ballet. But it is an orgy. So there's these two cats, okay? The white cat is Victoria. I don't know who this other cat is, but it's whatever. Victoria here, she is one of the newer cats. She is one of the younger, more novice cats. Okay? So she's like brand new to everything. Skimbleshank's down here. They're all having their cat orgy. Cats is wild, okay? I was thinking of this scene in particular. Whoa! Can I even show that on Twitch? The oh my god. The fact that this novice cat, this youngin, getting touched up on by a more mature, more experienced cat, and they use a third cat as like a table or a bed for all of this to happen on top of. Crazy mix of things. I only experienced cats like as an adult after like 18 or 19 years old. So I was watching that as an adult after doing sexual things. I was like, that is crazy. That is a crazy thing to watch. Unrelated to all that, I felt just I felt just like Victoria there. I was low key in my world over here doing cute, funny things. Um, and I low key did in fact think about Victoria from Cats, the cuck table. Skimbleshanks here being the cuck table. I was low key feeling that vibe. I was, you know, that low key wasn't that far off from how I felt there. Kind of a 10 out of 10. It was kind of awesome. It was I dare say my friends are cool. My friends are awesome. I love all my friends. Old Rego, if you were there when I was more quote sober, wait, then what would have happened? I actually don't know. Nothing happened. I was only there for the safe for work moments, okay? I wasn't there for anything not safe for work. I wasn't there for anything when it went crazy inappropriate, okay? Get your minds out of the gutter. I was there for only the purest and most innocent things before 12 o'clock, okay? You guys know the timeline of things. 12 o'clock was when everyone was getting excited to do things. And I was not there. I was only there for 9 to 11. Um, I walked home. I got home. Oh, wait. Here's a really funny thing that happened this night that I forgot. Was a detail actually. Old Rego was doing this crazy thing where they were bedroom hopping. They had no like quote home for the convention, and they were instead staying at one friend's place, then another friend's place, and another friend's place. This night, where I got way too high and drunk, it was Orego's turn to go to my place. So we both walked back to my room together. Kind of perfect, kind of awesome, kind of perfectly timed. Um, Orego and I walked back to our room, and then guess what Orego and I did? Guess what we did? Guess what we did? I was high as hell. I laid down on my bed. I got horizontal, passed out immediately. Gone. Goodbye. I don't even think I was cute passed out. I think I was literally Saddam Hussein, like just this was me passed out, and this is what Rego saw as they like looked over at me. This is how I felt being passed out in my bed, too high, too drunk, throwing up at least 3 times. Yeah, it was great. Sorry, Rego. I did not clean up my body. You still cuddled a little bit. I remember doing that for maybe a solid 2 minutes at the very beginning when I first got into bed. And then I was low-key like, okay, goodbye. Did Odrego set up the air vent? Yes. That was me. Um, and then I woke up. Rego was already like awake. I think Torrent Dragon was already gone. Rego was yapping about me about whatever the drama was, and then Rego like vanished. And then that was my night with Rego. That was all my brain recorded of Rego staying like um in our room. No, I didn't even get to like tickle Rego or anything. I just immediately passed out and then I woke up. Rego was already standing up getting dressed and then left. I was like, "Oh, okay." Sunday. Sunday for me was a big huge recovery day. And I think it was a big, huge recovery day for a lot of other people as well. Sunday was just the day to get everything out of your body and your system from the night before, including me. I was not hungover at all. I did not feel sick at all. But in my brain that there was just like a chill, like nothing going on. It was all gray matter in there, okay? Nothing but gray matter. And I was just down here existing as a little rat. Look at this guy. I was just there existing. Um uh Old Rego and I and Geo wherever Geo is. Geo and Kelsniff. Where did I put Kelsniff at? We all went to this place. Everyone was coming here for their coffee. Loki forgot what the coffee place was called, but that doesn't matter. Odrego, you did help it, so I did not, like, sweat to death. I was also in the middle of the damn bed, which means I had the least amount of air. Yeah, it was Coffee Village! Yeah! So it was all of us over here. I was low-key still high, but, like, in a fun way. In a chill, whatever time. I was sipping on my caramel frap. Odrego had whatever their chocolate frap. Kelif had their phone on the table. I don't know what's going on. This is also the first and really only time I got to interact with Bug Husbands, and they seem like a really cool person. I want to hang out with them more. Bug Husband seems like a really nice person. But yeah, everyone over here was yapping. It was mostly Odrego and Kelif yapping. Geo was at another table. I was high as hell at this table, just kind of sitting there staring at people, trying to act like I wasn't high, but I was. And I think I maybe succeeded. Gunnar greened out on his first blunt. Hot tell of a trial by fire. It wasn't just a blunt. It was a blunt, an edible, and 3+ shots of vodka. And am I gonna try more weed in the future? Yes, I will still try weed. I'm not worried about that. I'm just not gonna mix my poisons. I think that was a mistake. Maybe like 1 shot of vodka, but nothing more than that. No, no, no. No, no, no. I'll try weed again in the future. I'm not discouraged at all. I'm ready for the next time. Matos, you were there. You comforted me. Matos, let me just say, there was a lot of times I was curled up in a ball. I was in my brain, let's see. I was like sitting like this. I had my head here. I was like all huddled up here. Not very comfy cozy. There would be 1 or 2 times people would like wrap their arm around me and comfort me or whatever. And here's the crazy thing is I couldn't see anything. So like I did not know who would be here most of the time. But somehow through some context clues, I think old Rago from near the bathroom door would be like, "Hey Matos," and then that's how I learned that it was in fact Matos, like comforting me over here. So thank you guys for giving me a little bit of information. I didn't have any information. People would come up and hug me, and I'm like, I don't. I'm like, I appreciate. I love the touching. I love the hugging. I'm like, I wish I knew who you were though. Luckily, the only people I knew were like Crouton, Rago, Matos. Afterwards, Crouton did tell me that Geo would also be there. After that, I don't know who was helping me. I don't know who was helping me. After our breakfast, we went into the dealer's den and I saw this and it was cute. This is the last time we could go into the dealer's den. Rat Tootsie. No mixing Gunner. Not even just 1 shot. Like 3 was a lot, but glad you got through it. Yeah, I was fine. I was great. I was having a good time. You have this keychain? No way. This keychain's awesome. They had a deer one that reminded me of a Drip the Deer. I saw this body pillow and it made me laugh. This is a Mazda. Mixing is fine in moderation. That's what I'm saying. It's good to do this while I'm still young, okay? I'm still young. I could still bounce back really well. And it's good to have an upper limit. Cause what happened? All the previous times I've had weed, this is the lower limit where I just eat like 1 gummy and it does nothing for me. And then I'm over here this night, smoking a doink, plus having a weed gummy, and it was like pretty tart, plus 3 shots of vodka. So to me, the perfect amount of drugs is somewhere between 1 edible and 1 edible, 1 joint, and 3 shots of vodka. Somewhere in there is a good sweet spot. Somewhere in the middle of that. It's good to have an upper limit too. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what the hell this car was. Oh, this is are you guys gonna judge me if I bought a shirt because it was really cute? I found 3 stickers and a badge hiding in my bag before I left yesterday. Oh, hi, Torrent. Oh, hi, Torrent. That's my roommate. Where's Torrent Dragon at here? Hi, Torrent. Yes, the rumors are true, Torrent. I did not want to do any of this to you, but I kept getting handed egg stickers, and everyone was like, put these in Torrent's bag. I was like, okay, whatever. On the very last day, somebody gave me that certified egg badge and was like, put this in Torrent's bag. I was like, okay, I guess, whatever, I guess. I didn't want to. I didn't want to, but I was being put up to it. I was being put up to it. And so I was forced to give you certified egg and also egg stickers, and I didn't even want to. But I did not want to disappoint my friends. And so I did. Guys, look at this shirt that may or may not be in my possession. I don't know. I thought it was like cute or something. I don't know. I just thought it was cute. Like, look at this little guy. I don't know. I don't know, man. Anybody else think it's cute or just me? That's like the only thing I bought this entire damn convention. I spent so much money to get to this convention. I only bought 1 shirt. It's radial you between hours of 9 and 11:15 exactly. I get us a great room at this house we're paid. Yeah, it is. They put me to it. They put me to it. You'll find out in role play. They put me to it. Miata body pillow. These shirts, every single design was unique, and very luckily, my design was in the green over here, and I think that's cute. It low key matches me. If anybody knows anything of how I was dressed Saturday night. I don't even remember why we were back in fursuit. This is Crouton back in fursuit, bluey aw shirt. And we taking pictures of stuff. I don't even remember what was going on. Closing ceremonies happened. They confirmed this was highest attended furry convention of all time. And it did not feel like it. It felt amazing. It felt so good being at this dang convention. Here's the thing. FWA blows. It is the Marriott Marquis here. You have like the dealer's den over here. You have food court over here. The hotel I stayed at over here. Why is every single one of these sky bridges like so skinny, so tiny? You can't move anywhere. And then AC. AC is like one convention center that we all like walk around. It's low key another hotel and other hotels too. But it's like one building and it feels so much better. It feels so much better. I don't get it. I don't get it. Why does FWA suck so bad? FWA, you also had like return times and it was ass. And you couldn't walk through any of the bridges. If I wanted to go into the dealer's den, I went through the food court to go into this hotel because it was so much easier to do. Oh, FWA was trash. FWA was garbage. No return times. And I was able to do anything I wanted. I could just walk into the dealer's den. I could just do it. It was so easy. And it was more people. You know, Atlanta has a convention center that FWA does not use. But Dragon Con, a same convention that uses the same hotels, uses the convention center. But FWA doesn't. Oh, I just hate FWA so much. I do. Let me get out my journal. Why was Crouton suiting? I don't even know. You're gonna go back next year to AnthroCon? Yes. Um, at this point, it says I caught up with Dagoey Snack Station, which makes sense. Where's Dagoey Snack Station at? I caught up with Dag. We took fursuit pics. Return time. If you wanted to go into the dealers den or artist alley at FWA, you had to reserve a time, and you couldn't be more like 10 minutes late, and you could not be more than 1 minute early, and it was trash. Anyway, I caught up with Dag, and Dag and I like low key chilled, and Crouton was there too. Where's Crouton Blue Jay? This is Crouton Blue Jay in their fursuit over there. Um, and use last year's badge. So true. It was just so inconsistent. Everything that was going on over there. FWA low key fell off. Anyway, I was chilling with Dag. It was me and Dag and Crouton, and we were chilling. Eventually, Crouton went off to do whatever. I don't even know what. Reserve time to go shopping? Exactly. Or see artists. We had like an hour before our dinner plans, which was to go see everyone. We like sat in the lobby of the Westin. We were like, oh man. I was like, oh man, Dag. We have an hour before our dinner plans. What are we gonna do? And then we just sat there for an hour. Then we were like, okay, time to go to dinner. It was a problem that low-key solved itself. I'm not even gonna lie. Really nice and easy. The solution to that is just to do nothing, sit there and rot on our phones, and then it was time to go. We ate at the Eagle. We had all these people. Arrayo Bowl set up a nice little meal for all. Where's Jazz Otter at? Jazz Otter was there too. We had a nice little meal together, all of us. It was us and the princesses. These princesses. You guys know these princesses. I don't know. I don't know who Balmain is. I don't know who that is. But Setsu, I love Setsu. Setsuna, not also not a princess. But whatever. They have clout, so whatever. Arrayable can invite them if he wants. Anyway, it was the princesses and Balmain and Setsu, and we went to the Eagle. It wasn't a good time. Our server low-key hated us straight from the get-go. And that's fine. It's a stressful weekend. She was probably tired. She's probably tired of dealing with furries. And we were no exception. We did make it hell for her. Let's just say we did make it a terrible hell for her. Okay. And so she had every right to hate us specifically. We all got our drinks. We were like, cheers, and we clinked our drinks very gently. We clinked our drinks, okay? And Jazz Otter's drink exploded right here. It exploded all over everything. This was an alcoholic drink that exploded on the table. This happens a lot in food service because the hot glass that comes out of a dishwasher filled with hot dishwasher water immediately gets filled with a freezing cold drink, and the temperature flashes shatter the glass. It's still embarrassing to happen. It's still mad embarrassing to happen. And yeah, our server hated us. Our server hated us. Broken glass everywhere. I got my food. I got 5 wings, five drumsticks, and fries. I also didn't like these fries. I didn't like these fries that much. I didn't talk to the other princesses. I didn't even like these fries. Dag also messed up. Our server was putting the fries down on the table. Dag wanted to move his bag out of the way, immediately crashed. The fries spilled everywhere. Dag felt bad. Quite a stupid time to be had. So we spilled a drink on the table. Dag spilled fries on the table. Dag spilling fries over attracted a friend. because Dag spilled his fries everywhere, for some reason this little guy just spawned. He wasn't there before, but he was roaming around now because Dag summoned him. So now there was a pigeon inside the restaurant, and the other guests were laughing. The people who worked there were not happy. One of the workers yelled at another table to not take pictures of it. Whatever. Kind of low key funny though. Um, it was an absolute mess. Our server did not like us. When it was time to pay the bill, she like held up the little kiosk thing to pay. She was like resting her head on her arm on the table, like so exhausted, like waiting for us to pay. I was like, damn, she's not happy. Hi, Papalo. I had a great time. This was my dinner plans. What happened after dinner? This is the very last night. Oh, Setsuna and I. Where's Setsuna at? Setsuna and I walked back to the Even, which is the hotel that Seth and Radium had. So we went back into Seth and Radium's room. Rago, I took a picture of Rago's drawing because I really liked it. Rago, thank you for drawing an amazing rat. I like how this guy looks. Look, it's pretty similar to you. This was everyone's final night together. I was there to like touch up on bodies and like rub tummies and stuff, and everyone else was like crying, and I was like, okay. I'm built different. Here's the thing: is that I don't have post-con depression, but I will. I do love my friends. I'll hug them. Seeing Zord, my emotional little being, seeing Zord cry was very emotional. But to me, I'm like, I'll see a lot of goobers next con. I'll see them at VR. That's how my brain makes sense of everything that's happening. Is like there will be a next time. We are all chilling, and I love my friends. I love seeing them cry. It's so good. It's so nice. It's so healthy. Where's Kelif at? Kel Sniff. Kel Sniff was there too. This was the time I got to hang out with Hurry Slowly the most and Zord the most was at this party. This was mostly for these two. I got to chat with a bunch. I was sober this time. This was a dead dog party, and they were trying to get rid of their vodka, their gin, their tequila. Ew. I was sober this time. I was going back to see a lot of the same people that I like vomited in front of the night before, and I had to make myself look good. I was like, no alcohol, no drugs this time. So instead, I touched all my friends sober. How does that sound? In the moonshine. Ew. Moonshine. Ew. Moonshine. And gin and tequila and moonshine. Anyway, I was touching people here. Sober. There wasn't even a wristband system this day. I was just doing it. No regrets. I am. I know, right? SMH called her. No alcohol for me that night. Me neither, Matos. Me, you know what? Me neither. I am. It was a fun night. It was a great time. Everyone was crying. Everyone was sad. Everyone was so sad to see each other go. Makes complete sense because it was such an amazing convention. All my friends from VR chat were there. And it was so fun to hang out with them, be able to hug them, rub their heads, pet their hair, whatever. It was so fun to hang out with all these people. Oh my god. I only got drunk on Saturday. Me too, Loki. Yeah, you know what? Me too. Saturday's the only time I ingested any drugs. Great time. And then we walked home. It wasn't necessarily sadness, it was recognition of feelings that were felt throughout the con. Yeah. Any intense emotion will get you to cry. One time I watched a play. It was called Mr. Burns, a post-electric play. And the play was so massively confusing to my brain. I started crying because my brain had like more than the maximum amount of confusion allowed. And so that just made tears fall out of my eyes because I was too confused. Anytime you're feeling the most emotional out of one emotion, you're gonna cry. You could feel the most sadness, you'll cry. Like so happy, you'll cry. Um and Mr. Burns of Post Electric Play, I did cry over, I don't know, fear and confusion of the third act. Punk Bunny, I love this play. I want to watch this play again. It would be so amazing to watch this play. It was so crazy. I loved it. I loved it. I love that play. I got a script of it afterwards. I got it, and it was just so crazy to me. But I understood. After this, it was me and Crouton. We just chilled out at the riverfront for a while. That was fun. Yay! That was basically the convention. I went to bed at like 2 a.m. And then I woke up Monday at 4:30 a.m. And we went to the airport. Here's a cute little plane. We're in pits, you can see in the reflection. And this is the sun going all Sabenya. You know, it was kind of beautiful. That's an Elton John reference right there. What is this? Anyway, left 4 a.m. on Monday. Aw. That was my convention. I talked about everything except for this party that I went to. That's between me and um the big John Twitch in the sky. Wish I got to see you, Gunnar. Apollo, I didn't know you were there. Oh, I missed so many people. I missed so many chatters, especially. It was so fun to hang out with all my friends. Everyone here is so cool. I love them all so much. Let's get everyone here. You know what, guys? Group picture. Everyone's invited. Everyone, come to the front. We'll take a group picture. Is Torrent in there? Is Torrent in that list of people? Group picture. Everyone say cheese. Aw, I love my friend so much. And I only vomited like 2 or 3 times. After greening out and getting crossfaded and stuff. Miss so many Pepple. I did miss so many Pepple, honestly. I only vomited like 3 times. Good work, everyone. I don't have anything else to say. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. It's so loud. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, everyone. BRB, we'll come back and I'll play some, I don't know, Originizer. There's a couple streams before AC, but I think you were focused on Sweetcross. No! I'm so sad. There's so many chatters I didn't get to hang out with. Like, I was meant to see Stupidest Bird. I was meant to see Cubic Guru. And you too, Papalo. Stream's over? No. This is my BRB screen. I'm gonna go pee real quick, and I'll come back, and we'll find a game to play. Probably Originizer. BRB.